can't buy this from somebody else. They laughed. They said, well, Bailey needs to fix, or CSD needs to fix its distribution problems. It's not our problem. We found a cheaper price. Have a nice day. So we look like the fools. It's not me causing the problem. I did what I was supposed to do. I quoted the job in Canada. I have never once quoted a job in the UK. But I'm about to start doing it if we can't get that clown under control. I didn't work 33 years to sit back and let that guy take over. He's like Hitler. He just keeps moving, and nobody stops the guy. I'm telling you. It's crazy, Hans. And he just sits back and laughs. He does the same thing to Norway. He does the same thing to Australia.
I told them lately, where do I get market information for you guys?
Yeah.
And I don't get an answer. No. I said, at least, we have to develop the future. Because we know products are running out a certain day. So we have to be on the front side and making new developments. I don't care.
Yeah, and all the time.
I get market information because all I do here is getting out of the market the problems. Then, of course, you can start thinking how to resolve it.
Well, that's the problem, and it takes all your time. It takes my time.
We have to go forward because with all these copy makers, at the end we are dead.
That's right.
And I can't stop these copy makers because of the patents are running out.
Yeah, it's a big mess. It's a big mess.
I cannot, I talked with Frank, and Frank said, useless. You can start making noise, but you have no chance.
Right.
Court will say, okay. I said, yeah, but it's a lookalike. Court will say, okay. And there are a lot of things lookalikes.
That's crazy. Well, I saw that AC cable there that, went back and forth between me and you the last day or two. Another UK company.
I've seen that also.
It's a copy.
They claim it's not the material.
Yeah. And I remember seeing an email a couple of years ago from Anthony on that stuff. I'll have to dig it out and see if I can find it. I'll send it to you. Because there was this whole story about...
This is covering him already for a while.
Yeah, because there's some guys that used to work for Anthony or something. I remember.
I'm doing a lot now around myself, and then you see also the same here in Holland, where I think some customers, why don't they buy? Now making noise, go on the marketplace, checking around, and they come back.
Right.
So, then that is a red lamp for me, because then where did it get it? The advantage with the plug was you need a lot of tooling.
Right. But here's the problem. So just think for a second, Hans. Just think. I have the proof. I have the invoices from you, from that Cable Solutions in the UK to the company in Vancouver where they sold them no Furno. Or they sold them what they claim is no Furno. So now it gets installed on the ship. But is it really no Furno? And then there's a fire. All the paperwork says no Furno. But if Ripley's not buying the stuff from you, and all of a sudden there's the claims. Well, the no Furno we had on our ship, the ship burned down. Several people got killed. Guess where the lawyers are going to knock on the door?
I know. I told Frank also, this is our product.
How do you get around it?
The whole stupid rule here in Europe, normally you would protect a type of a product with a color. But no, not anymore. You cannot protect colors.
Wow. That's crazy.
So that means at the end, that's the same what we did with that stupid part of a guy from in Korea. So actually, we had to change a little bit on the color, and we had to change the coding. Very expensive.
Right.
So they attack you, and you have to invest money to get away from your own products.
It's crazy. Well, it's the same story. You had a crook over there in Korea with Park, and then that makes you do it.
We we are not the only. Frank has been checking it out. We are not the only ones having this problem.
Oh, I know.
It's like copy.
Oh, I know.
And the only thing is what we can do. The thing is, in fact, we have the biggest quality. We have 60-year service life. Blah blah blah. You know, I've here in Holland 100,000 of plugs underground, and you know this is a wet country, and you never get a phone call a plug is leaking.
Right.
And I know from the Dutch railways, all these transformer installations against the dikes, they're still tight. And these are still the EPDM plugs. So long ago.
That's amazing. That's excellent.
This is our quality.
Right.
But you know, if these copy makers, they don't care.
No. Especially if they're calling it Noferno.
That is the thing.
So I don't know, Hans.
And you can't control, and that is the thing also with the Noferno. A red colored sealant on the front, they think it's Noferno.
That's right. Look at that
And
AC.
I said, you know, this is very, very dangerous. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Look at that AC cable website.
Yeah.
It looks just like Noferno. It's insane.
But the whole stupid thing is you cannot act.
Yeah, I don't know. So now I have the proof.
This world is making a total mess out of it.
I know.
And everything has to be cheap. And for the rest, okay, what's the risk?
Yeah, I don't.
And that there's the same. I think of course that okay. We have seen it in Korea, and I must say with Spark, I turn a lot of yards over from his rice to the Noferno. So he's noticing now I'm there.
Good.
But you know, I expect also from the left there to do the same.
Right, exactly. And, you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again.
One of the other problems, if you see the turnovers, you know, it's just a joke. I mean, I cannot believe it. And that bothers me with Rippy, that he spent a lot of money, has a lot of people, where did the money come from? Not from my turnover.
I don't know.
To him.
I don't know, but
I know.
You think about it, right?
To him.
In normal business...
Again, you know, I sell more in Holland than anywhere else.
I know. In normal business, we would be competing against Bratberg and Roxtech and STI and all these other clowns. But now we got to compete against our own people. That's crazy.
That is the whole story.
Yeah.
I sent you lately that ETA from Roxtech.
Right.
You know, that is here, that is the ETA stands for, that it is a European Technical Assessment. That comes from Brussels. So you're allowed to sell in all EU countries. But see, the amount of insulation what is used for these type of systems.
It's crazy. It's garbage.
They don't tell it.
No.
They don't tell it.
And think about it. They have to do that in concrete.
But I spread that out to inside the EU and the OEX. I said, listen, this is an argument. We don't need that rubbish.
Yeah.
Who is the cheapest here?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know,
and that is also what is missing. We are not organized, but you know the skill of many of the reps is also very poor.
Oh, without a doubt. There's no doubt. It's like everything, though, Hans. No matter what it is, I don't care. My airco in my house died. So these clowns show up yesterday. These young kids, they don't care. When I had the first air condition, the aircos put in 20 years ago, it was all professionally done. Now you should see the work they did. It looks like a 2-year-old did the work. It's everything.
You have the same problem here.
It's terrible.
They cannot even, and they can't repair anything.
No. Throw it away, get new stuff.
You know, I've very complicated installations with all this climate thing, with earth heating and so. You know, okay, it's put on, but